The growth of a business goes through so many phases, and you have the classic business school models of growth and the stages of growth. And I suppose we've gone through all those stages, from the startup phase when there were just two of us, to where we are now with hundreds of employees located all over the world. And I think that as an individual, the entrepreneur has to grow throughout this period. And I always say that one of the biggest barriers to growth in entrepreneurial companies is the entrepreneur himself or herself. Because people find it difficult to let go and delegate. And people also feel threatened to take on people who are better than they are. And I've found the secret is to continually take on people who are much better than you are. And in my case, I really believe that it's an advantage as an entrepreneur to be a bit of an all-rounder. I mean, I'm lucky I studied accountancy and law, so the financial side is something that I've been trained to do. Marketing is something I've always really enjoyed. Sales is something I've again enjoyed greatly. Production, I love production. But my finance director is much better than I could be at finance. My marketing director is much better than I could be. My production director is the best in the world. My sales directors are far better at sales than I could ever be. And then it's getting these fantastic people who are the best of the best, really, in the world, to work together as a team in an aligned way to a common goal and purpose. You can teach just about anything. There are some people who have a natural tendency and talent in certain areas. So you have somebody who's more naturally inclined as an artist or a musician. Are salesmen born, or can you train a salesperson? Are entrepreneurs born, or can you train entrepreneurs? And I really believe, yes, some people will have more of a natural inclination to a certain vocation, profession. However, you can always teach. And that way at business schools, it's, I think, fantastic. The amount I have learned at business school about entrepreneurship has been tremendous. And invariably you learn when you get fellow entrepreneurs who come and share their experiences and their stories and their mistakes and their successes with you. And I've always found that's been very inspirational. And I strongly believe that you can be in a classroom, you can have all the formal management training, which I've been privileged to have. But there is no shortcut to actually going out there and doing it yourself. And there's this wonderful saying that good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment, where you've actually got to go and make those mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and hopefully not make them again.